Harry's Wife, Part 104.14. Reese Wounds. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. As I explained to you, you only ever have three types of interaction with a narcissist. You either provide us with pure fuel, positive or negative, all's well there, or you provide us with challenge fuel. Fuel's great, but you're challenging us, so there's a threat to control which has to be dealt with. Or you do the worst thing that you can ever do to a narcissist, and that's wound us. Which essentially is done is where you don't answer the phone, don't reply to a text message or an email, you forget our birthday, or even worse, you ignore us in person, walking away from us, turning down our request, rendering us persona non grata. Not only are you starving us of fuel, but you're also threatening our control. And we absolutely hate it. This leads to an ignition of fury, save in the most evolved of narcissists that are in a position to somehow keep that ignited fury under control. But for your lesser and mid-range, it results in heated fury or cold fury coming to the forefront. And if you'd like to understand more about that, I would direct you to read my excellent and insightful publication, Fury. Harry's wife gets regularly wounded. She's wounded when she doesn't get to stand on the balcony at the Platinum Jubilee. She's wounded when Sophie, Countess of Wessex, freezes her out at the back of the car. She's wounded when Serena Williams' mother patently ignores her at the tennis. She's wounded when she doesn't get invited to the Oscars or the Golden Globes or to Obama's birthday, so she experiences Obama birthday bummer. And thus she is wounded repeatedly. An awful reminder of weakness and vulnerability, a lack of importance and standing, although her narcissism is quick to come to her rescue with the ignition of fury and the appropriate application of control, either through the first, second, or third assertions of control. She was wounded when it came to wedding invitations, because although George and Amal Clooney turned up despite saying they didn't actually know her, Reese Witherspoon turned down, saying she didn't know the couple and therefore she wasn't going to attend. That, with Reese Witherspoon most likely being a tertiary source to the two, albeit someone that Harry's wife would love to get to know and be friends with, driven by her narcissism for the purposes of facade management and, of course, acquiring some character traits from Reese, the fact is she was turned down, and that would have caused some minor wounding at the time. However, it's happened again. Turning to an article in the International Business Times written by Tanya Diante, we are told Reese Witherspoon refused Harry's wife's archetypes invite for Kate Middleton's sake. And before any of you start getting your blasted panties in a bunch, they've called her Kate Middleton, not me. The Legally Blonde star first met the Princess of Wales at Prince William's 2011 Tusk Trust Wildlife charity event in Los Angeles. This is a double whammy for Harry's wife. First of all, she wants Reese on her show because Reese is famous, well-liked, and her narcissism dictates that this would aid with regard to the assertion of control, the drawing of fuel, character trait acquisition by taking those segments from Reese and bolstering them onto Harry's wife's construct, and of course aiding with the facade. However, it was a no. It was a from Reese, but even worse, it's explained that she did so out of loyalty to the nemesis. Harry's wife allegedly, initially, had her eyes set on interviewing actress Reese Witherspoon for episode 6 of her Archetypes Spot-A-Lie podcrap, but the latter turned down the invite. The Duchess of Sussex wanted to discuss the bimbo trope with the Hollywood star, given her role in the Legally Blonde franchise. A source claimed that the royal wanted Witherspoon on board so badly and was upset when things did not go her way. Well, you bet she was upset. The fact that Reese Witherspoon turned her down wounded her. It was like an icicle being driven into the depths of her innards and took her back to a moment of when she was weak and vulnerable, reminding her of an absence of importance and standing in the world. It made her feel terrible, pathetic, weak, vulnerable. And therefore her narcissism then galvanized itself into action, causing her to exhibit heated fury and undoubtedly doling out a pity play. Oh, why won't Reese come and see me and be in the archetypes? Oh, why? This is all of the hatred and the racist press that they've written about me, and people don't want to know me. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. And, of course, various lackeys and underlings, and knee-bending people, and arse-kissing individuals, and pinky-ring-licking lickspittles would have been involved in placating her and mollycoddling her and saying, it's such a shame, Reese is so lovely, but never mind, we'll get Paris Hilton instead. And thus she ended up interviewing socialite and hotel heiress Paris Hilton instead. The article continues by explaining the former Suits star is reportedly keen to collaborate with the 46-year-old because she is everything she wants to be. Reese is powerful, successful, and highly respected. Accordingly, Harry's wife's narcissistic trait of envy is galvanized to cause her to want to be like Reese. Harry's wife thought they'd be a natural team, but Reese doesn't seem interested. Note that Harry's wife makes that presumption through her sense of entitlement that, oh, I thought you and I would stick together. Yes, naturally. You're a D-list cable actress. I'm an A-list Hollywood star. I've been in lots of successful films. You haven't. Largely, people like me. A lot of people don't like you. I don't go around throwing shit towards my in-laws. Oh, you do. I don't go around routinely revising history. You do. I don't go around telling lots of porky pies. You do. Yes, we really would make a natural team together, wouldn't we? Why the fuckety why would I pollute my brand and image by hanging around with you? And of course, Harry's wife doesn't see it that way because she doesn't see that she revises history. And she can't help it if people don't like her. They're racists and haters. And she doesn't tell lies. She talks her truth with her voice with an authentic layer of lensing or such other bullshit. She, presumptive, through her sense of entitlement, believes that her and Reese are on the same page. To anybody else, that's a laughable proposition, but not to Harry's wife. And that's often the case that you'll find that a narcissist exhibits that over-familiarity. Oh, we're such best friends. You've spoken to me for 5 minutes. I barely know who you are. No, but we are. We must do lunch. No, I'd rather watch Dave Lee Trezis play Macbeth. So Harry's wife thought they'd be a natural team, the article continues, but Reese doesn't seem interested. Oh, I wonder why. The Insider told New Idea in its November 7th issue. The source claimed that the Big Little Lies star's reluctance to work with Harry's wife may have something to do with the fact that she's a complete fucking liar. Oh no, may have something to do with Kate Middleton. She is believed to be a long-time supporter of the former Duchess of Cambridge. The Insider referenced Harry's wife's Oprah interview in 2021, in which she accused her sister-in-law of making her cry in the lead-up to her wedding to Prince Harry, and said Reese wouldn't be happy about how Harry's wife spoken publicly about her rift with Kate, so it's no doubt she's giving her a wide berth. Collateral consequence of telling those porky pies. Asserted control, drew fuel, managed the facade at the time, and look at the fallout that's happened since. Further evidence of the mid-range narcissism of Harry's wife. Witherspoon first met Kate Middleton at Prince William's fundraiser for his Tusk Trust Wildlife charity in Los Angeles in 2011. She was among the celebrities invited to the event. She gushed about her encounter with the royal in an interview with Marie Claire in 2018. Why don't we rub a little bit of salt in Harry's wife's wound and find out what she had to say about meeting her? In the article back in Marie Claire from September the 26th, 2018, written by Lucy Wood, writes as follows: sharing for the first time how the memorable moment really went down, Reese has admitted that she was relatively immune from the obsession with the royals until the day that Kate Middleton walked into her life. Kate, who was given a whole page in Reese's new book, Whiskey in a Teacup, is described by the actress as an honorary Southern icon, so she could probably trade Duchess of Cambridge immediately for that new official title. Praise indeed coming from Reese. Flattering her, complimenting her, it's precisely the type of thing that Harry's wife would want. Recalling how it all came about, Reese wrote, "The scream that issued from my lips upon receiving the invitation, you would have thought I was going to die. I wake up early, mind you, but on that day I was up at 4 a.m. doing my hair. That's early even for me." "I've never seen you this excited," my husband said. He wasn't kidding. Fully acknowledging that she failed to play it cool in any way, shape, or form, Reese continued, "Jim took pictures of me in the car. You can see rays of happiness shooting out of my face. I love Kate Middleton that much." And she did not disappoint. But what's it really like to be in the company of Kate Middleton herself? She was just lovely and warm, elegant and composed, Reese revealed. Not words I've ever heard said about Harry's wife. She also told a joke, and I immediately fell under her spell. She's just as magnificent as she seems to be. She's very compassionate, socially conscious, deeply caring person. Continuing her endless praise for the Duchess, Witherspoon added, "It takes a very special person to decide to commit to that kind of life, to choose to be under public scrutiny every moment. Now that she's in that position, her entire life is in service forever. I am so in awe of that kind of dedication." You can imagine now another scream that has been issued, and that, of course, has come from Harry's wife. The knowledge that Reese Witherspoon is such a fangirl of the nemesis. She would love for Reese Witherspoon to speak in such terms about her, but, of course, she didn't. The source also claimed that Witherspoon and Kate Middleton got on like a house on fire and stayed in touch. And accordingly, the fact that they have kept in touch, and she spoke so highly of the Princess of Wales, is naturally a further problem for Harry's wife. Wounding indeed, all of that fuel going in the direction of somebody that doesn't need it, because as you know, the Princess of Wales is an empath. But it demonstrates how the Princess of Wales is regarded by such a celebrity. And it's understandable, therefore, that said celebrity doesn't want anything at all to do with Harry's wife and wounded her by turning down an appearance on RC Wipes, and did so out of loyalty to the nemesis. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.